he'll chop one slice, you cut and dice, you eat you up whole. Eat you whole.
Hello Internet, Sekirach here, Lord of War first his name, and since 2 days ago a participator in Trion's creator program. So if you are here for the free stuff, I will be giving away free stuff, just not right yet, it will be later on in the video. So hold your panties and listen closely. I was asked by a friend who started playing Rift recently, that is a pro PvP player in other games, what are the PvP Rift consumables that one should use in order to become greatest of the great? And that will be the topic of this video. I have to mention that Dark Demon covered this topic in his Rift PvP forum post, but since Rift PvP forums, despite having better PvP than some Warframe matches, are not that visited, I decided to cover it myself using my own blood, sweat, tears and charming voice. Now get good as I share my first tip with you, and the first tip is that you should always reuse your PvP consumables as they fade out. It's a mistake that everybody makes. The most important consumable is Mercenary Recon Wild. It is well hidden for reasons that are beyond my understanding. Go to Rift Store, go to Boost and scroll it down until you find it. It costs 6,000 favor and it allows you to see enemies on your minimap. Minimap is very important, enemies are very important for PvP. And experience taught me that people who need to use it the most never use it. Now for any DPSer out there, his second most important buff is Bloodthirsty, that is his own personal pocket killer if you manage to kill enough players for it to trigger. You can use it by your planar attunement or you can use it in your guild skills. Either way, use it. And while using that one, use the killing spree, which will increase your critical hit for a few seconds after you land a killing blow on enemy player. And while at guild perks, why not mention the sigils, which the best ones are critical power increase and attack power increase, but in order to cast them you have to buy them from a guild vendor. Another long-lasting buff is Weapon Aegis, usable on your gloves, which I use without too much thinking. It lasts a long time and reduces the effects of debilitate by 1 second, and additionally adds your endurance by 30, which is not much, but yeah, since it's there, why not? Weapon Aegis comes from the Attunement of Steam, and while at Attunement of Steam you can also tick on the Consuming Flame, but a bit more about it later on. Now, movement in PvP. The faster you move, the longer you live, of course. So in order to live long, you need to use insoles. Insoles come in a variation of spongy insoles for your boots and the other ones for the riding, which I stopped using ever since the Conquest stopped being Conquest. You can get spongy insoles by a guildie crafting them for you or just getting them in the auction house and pay the price. Now, oil stones, wheat stones and power stones are long lasting and low costing things that you can apply to your weapons, whether it's one-handed or two-handed. If you're desperately under the budget and you don't have any money whatsoever, you can always use the planar attunement things to get the same effect. You would not be getting the same effect, you would just get something that's less in attack power or in your main stat, but no money is no money. And using any is always better than using none. Always remember that different classes, races and callings have different abilities in their planar attunement freeze. Females have Freezing Scream, which is AoE crowd control husband ability. Now guys, don't get tempted to use Vampiric Essence, because even though it's very good in PvE when you solo some stuff, the healing that you get from it in PvP is really not worth it using. Better use anything that boosts your attack or main stat than using the Vampiric Essence. Now, Charge Mirror and Lusher's Bane Mirror are buffs you can use to increase temporarily your movement speed by 15 or 17%. You can also buy them in the auction house or get them with some planar fighting some planar invasion stuff. Warriors also have the skill called Defend, by which 25% of damage caused by players will be intercepted by a warrior who casted the spell successfully shielding the ally. So have in mind that. Thunderous Leap can be used as an offensive charging ability, but can also be used as a defensive dangerous situation escaping ability. Now, average PvPer does not really utilize the usage of Consuming Flame and Consuming Fissure. They both return certain damage back to the attacker until a certain amount of damage is consumed. You can buy them in an auction house or you can unlock them from the planar achievement tree. Reflecting that amount of damage back to the attacker can very often mean the difference between staying alive and being owned in PvP. We also have Petrified Binacle Rune that adds a certain little shield on you. We also have a Knot that returns certain health over time. Both of them can be in your planar attunement or can be dropped by different planar invaders or can be bought in the auction house. In this video I haven't covered consumables like sticky coating, which you can apply to your ranged weapon in order to snare your opponents from time to time in PvP. I'm selling those without any shame in Zaviel Shard in the auction house. Healing pots. You can choose between healing pots that instantly restore your HP or restore your HP over time. I choose the instant one because they all share the same cooldown, and the instant ones are just better for my type of play. Major charge potions no longer have an important role on the play because dominators are dead. Panacea or Pancake or Panacook do has important role, and it clears you of all the poison and curse effects, and it's very handy thingy to use in PvP, especially if you're jumped on by a assassin. Feasts are something that's shareable by the raid, and once you plant it everybody can eat it, whether it's level 60 or level 65 one. It's always good to use one. Phenomenal or Illustrious Power Surge Vial is very helpful as well. I just choose the Phenomenal because it's just cheaper for me to make it myself. Now that would be about that, and for all the people from the beginning of the video who are still waiting for me to give some free stuff, now is the time to put your panties down because I'm about to explain what are you gonna get. You're gonna get this Racing Snail. It's quite fashionable, it's usable in any weather, any terrain. As you can see, it can climb mountains, it can go under the sea, and it can be yours. If you don't have to subscribe to my channel, but you do have to leave a comment under this video with your hero name and shard that you're playing on, together with 2 sentences, one with positive stuff about Rift PvP and one with negative stuff in Rift PvP. So for example, I like PvP because I can kill anyone regardless of their name or guild, and I hate Rift PvP because it's on the third place behind artifacts and minions. That's the example. You have to, say what lies on your heart. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I will also be giving as a second runner-up prize this dog with a hat to some lucky bugger that's following my videos. You don't have to be my subscriber to win anything, but it will help me, of course, and it would help you to follow me up for the future giveaways. So until the next time, subscribe, make your friends and family subscribe, get good, and make your friends and family get good too.